Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For the past 1 week, I was monitoring the sun pathway and also the elevation level because I was trying to determine when can we start to combine Maghrib and Isha prayer in summer. And Alhamdulillah, Islamic Cultural Center Ireland, or better known as the Klonsky Mosque, announced, I think it was on Saturday, that we can start combining Maghrib and Isha prayer starting from 8th of May, which was last night. And this is very important for two reasons. The first one, even if there is Isha, it is too late. And we should not only think about ourselves as male adults, but we must also need to consider our children during the school day and many other peoples who have their own specific, unique individual needs. The second one, in summer, anywhere on earth that is further than 45 degree north, according to Professor Muhammad Hamidullah, rahimahullah, or 48.5 degree north, according to Dr. Jasir Auda, these areas are considered as extreme. And how we define extreme? It is extreme because this area, in summer, the sun sets not lower than 18 degree from the horizon. And because of that, for several months in summer, we can still trace the sunlight at the sky. Therefore, there is no Isha. It is Maghrib. We will wait until we get the total darkness, and it never came. From Maghrib, immediately we go to Fajr prayer. Or even, Fajr is almost ended, And because of that, in this kind of situation, there are several solutions, but in my humble experience, the most practical one is to combine Maghrib and Isha prayer. And it reminds me about probably 20 years ago when I was working as the imam in one of the mosques in Ireland. Some of the congregation, some of the jama'ah disagreed with this solution, and they were even standing at the door encouraging people not to pray Maghrib and Isha combined with the Imam. When I went to Jordan, I met Al-Marhum Sheikh Salah Abdul Fattah Al-Khalidi, rahimahullah, and I asked him about this issue. And he asked me, is there anyone already produced fatwa on this matter? And I explained to him, yes, European Fatwa Council at that time already suggested that the most practical solution is to combine the Maghrib and Isha prayer, meaning that after we perform Maghrib, we immediately perform our Isha prayer. And this is applied not only to the Jama'ah in the mosque, but also to anyone in the mosque, at home, individually or in groups. They should do this practice for a couple of months in summer. So I remember Sheikh Salah Abdul Fattah Al-Khalidi said to me, you should not ask my opinion, and I am not in the position to express any opinion because there are already scholars who live there, who understand the situation, and you should listen to them. So you go back to Ireland and tell your jama'ah, the congregations, to respect and to follow the opinions of the scholars who are there and understand the situation. This is one of the akhlaq that I learned from Sheikh Salah Abdul Fattah Al-Khalidi. I know that from his knowledge, from his understanding about fiqh, he can elaborate and explain about this issue for hours, but he refused to do so because in fiqh, in prayer, it's not only about getting the most accurate point of view or rule regarding certain matters in fiqh, but also to consider the moral aspect of it, the akhlaq. This is why I think it's very important for us to continue to update and to upgrade our knowledge and our understanding about fiqh, especially when we live in the places where the situation is very different from where the revelation was first arrived for humanity in Mecca and also in Medina. So fiqh is very dynamic. Of course, our main priority is to enable everyone to pray 5 times a day. And in situations where it is difficult or even impossible to distribute the 5 times daily prayer according to the default way of defining each prayer time, we need to look into the maqasid to understand better all the nas and to apply this thing, and always to have in our mind that it is not only about us performing our prayer, but we also need to nurture and to encourage our children who live here, who learn about religion differently from us to also become among those who establish the prayers as part of our dua. So may Allah SWT help us and guide us to preserve and to take a good care of our salat. InsyaAllah, if we take a good care of Allah, Allah will take a good care of our life. InsyaAllah. And thank you so much for watching and listening. Jazakumullah khairul jaza. Have a nice and beautiful summer and a little bit belated Eid Mubarak. Have a blessed Shawwal. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.